Vernon joins me live. Good morning to you, Vernon.
Yeah, you all right?
It's great. Listen, I tell you what, getting into the minds of these athletes is such a sort of tour of mystery and intrigue, isn't it? Because they feel to us, normal people, like a completely different species.
Yeah, it's all about focus, dedication, commitment, and that kind of tunnel vision that all these athletes have to be successful and to be number one, the best that they can be, which hopefully will be the best in the world. And they're so inspirational. We speak to a whole broad spectrum of athletes on Team GB. And at first I thought this is going to be a lot of fun. But then it became actually quite serious because you realise, excuse me, I just dropped my headphones. You realise that every single one of them has put to one side life, really, to be so dedicated and so committed to winning a gold medal. It's phenomenal. It's so inspirational. It's
the sacrifice, isn't it, that makes them different to the rest of us, because we want a little bit of everything in our life. We want to have a nice lie-in on a Sunday. We want to be able to bath the kids at night. We want to be able to see our friends on their weddings and birthdays. But these are the sorts of things, actually, that prime athletes will choose to sacrifice in the long term as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, you know, today's a special day. We all want to go dancing. We all want to hit a dance floor and listen to a DJ. But these guys are like, well, I can't really do that for 4 years-ish because I've got the Olympics coming up. So I'm in camp straight away. And it is a 4-year journey for these athletes. You know, Bianca Walkden, the Taekwondo specialist, she's amazing. Chev Clark, we talked to as well about boxing. Polly Swan and Matt Rossiter, who we saw there, who are an actual couple. They're rowing. Carly Telford and Lee Williamson in the football team. Hannah Mills and Ailey McIntyre in sailing. And we spoke to Sam Ward as well, who's one of our hockey players. And he had a horrific injury. A hockey ball hit him at 50 miles an hour in the face, and it literally crushed half of his face. But he's found the inspiration, he's found the motivation to get a hockey stick back in his hands, and he is competing for Team GB. It's a phenomenal story, it really is. That's episode 6, by the way.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because I think listening to the podcast, it's not just you don't have to be interested in the sport itself. It's what we learn about human nature and about what we are capable of if we put our mind to it.
Exactly. We've got Rhys James there, who's a stand-up comedian. We've got Nicola Adams, and there's actually lots of parallels in how you prepare. You know, Rhys is a comedian, and he's, well, pre-pandemic, he was touring up and down the country. But it's all about focus. It's all about preparing yourself. And Nicola has got some amazing stories about her Olympic journey and how she managed to win 2 gold medals.
And with, obviously, I think the football has taken, quite rightly to a point, taken all our interest. And now I feel like the Olympics has snuck up on us a little bit.
Well, yeah, you're right. We had the football, and then we had the tennis, and we've just had F1. Next weekend we've got Formula E, and then we've got the Olympics. And it's just been, you know, we're hopefully coming out of the pandemic, and we've got this festival of sport coming our way. And we all know how much, as a nation, how much Great Britain really embraces Team GB and takes it on board. And I'm going to give you the perfect segue into your bit about the camp, because spending time with Mo Farah was just amazing for me, because all we talked about was his mindset and his, we've talked about it about our athletes, the commitment, the dedication, what it needs to be successful. And Mo is the best person to speak to, because he's been there, he's done it, he's had the ups and downs, the peaks and troughs, he's won, he's lost. And we just kept picking his brain on, how can I make myself better mentally? How can I prepare? And how can I do this? I mean, he got the most questions fired his way. And
have you learned something then from not just the podcast, but like you say, from being in I'm a Celebrity in the camp there? What are your memories of it?
Definitely.
What are your favourite memories? And also just as in, you know, what did you learn about your own resilience?
Yeah, I learned that I'm never going to be an Olympic athlete.
Or a dancer. I mean,
much.
although that dance, look at that. Look at you.
There you go, that takes me back. I had such a good time in the camp, to be honest with you. And I'll say this to anyone, if you get offered the opportunity to go and eat bugs and spend time with cockroaches and a bunch of celebrities, I would, without doubt, say yes. Go and do it. It's the most fun I've had in 3 weeks.
Fun isn't
even
the word.
Even that was a lot of fun.
It's so great. I'll tell you what, I was really interested in understand. You've been in our tellies and in our lives for as long as I can remember. Just in that you're on Radio 1 for so long, so it feels like you've always had this career. But of course, what we realised was that you have excellent mopping skills for a reason, because there was a life pre-fame for you. But I couldn't believe Well, how did you actually end up being spotted? You were doing your janitor's role, and then what happened? This whole career almost happened by accident for you, didn't it? You didn't chase it, really.
No. I at the time I was working for Bolton Council, and I was a mobile caretaker. And I literally I was living for the weekend. I used to love going to the Hacienda, best nightclub in the world ever. And I was just kind of living for the weekend. I was doing whatever I needed to do to get some cash to pay for petrol to take me to the Hacienda with my mates. And one Friday, I bunked off work. I can say that now, 25 years later. I bunked off work and we went to the close show live. And a close friend of mine, James Noel at Select Model Management in London, said, "You've got this look about you. Do you fancy coming try and being a model?" And I just thought, yeah, why not? It's better than mopping floors, I guess. And that was on a Friday. And the following Friday, I'd literally packed my bags and moved to London, and I've not been back since.
It's an incredible story, actually. You must pinch yourself, really, and just think, gosh, you know, for a lad from Bolton, what a great turn of fortune.
Yeah, it's weird that all those, you know, you talk about fate and you talk about your life journey and you talk about all these Olympic athletes who prepare for something where they know the outcome is going to be a gold or nothing. But this kind of period of events that happened for me just set me up for the rest of my life, really. It was a phenomenal moment. Yeah. It was fate at its finest, I guess. That I bumped into James,
occasionally is the moral of this story.
Sorry, say that again, sorry?
Bunking off pays occasionally is the moral of this story.
Let's not encourage that. We're trying to get life back to normality.
Your girls will be listening to this.
Yeah, they will. They will, actually. They'll probably
Vernon, thank you so much. Relay, the Team GB podcast is available now. It sounds like a real laugh, actually, and real learning to be done in it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all the best. Thank you.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.